This is part 2 of Karina's spay and recovery. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, pause this video and click the iCard in the top right corner now. It is now Thursday at 11. So Karina had her spay 2 days ago. And I am very happy to say that she has been eating really well since last night. So it started with a very few nibbles last night, and then over the course of the night, because I slept on the bed, spare bed is right there. So over the course of the night, I kept waking up to listen, and she was munching, or sometimes I'd be woken up because she was munching. And as you can probably see, there are a ton of poops. She's kind of designated this her litter area. As you can probably see, I think she's peeing right now. So we'll get that cleaned out in just a little bit. The puppy pads were a really good idea, and then that way I don't have to change kind of the rest of this stuff. I've got like a nice soft blanket here. She's gotten it a little messy, so I'll tidy it up, but she hasn't peed on it. All right, she's getting a little bit saucy because we've been forcing so much into her. She doesn't like taking her medication. She really hated being force-fed, and now that she's feeling a little better, she's so done with my BS. So the nice thing is she's eating pretty well on her own. So I've really cut back on her critical care for the most part. The only time I'm giving it is just with the antibiotics and Medicam, just because that stuff can be a little bit harsh on their tummy. So I'm trying to be really quick with everything. You get your shot of antibiotics, you get your shot of some critical care, and then we just put her right back in the pen. I'm also trying to spend some time with her like this, where I'm just cuddling her so that she knows that every time that I come in here, it's not just to bug her. If you can see how she's sitting right now, I've already given her her next dose of Medicam, but I think the other dose from last night is starting to wear off a little bit. So I'm noticing she's not flopping anymore. She's kind of sitting a little hunched. So hopefully that next dose will kick in. It should kick in within the next half an hour. She's still not eating veggies or pellets, but I mean, hay is the most important part of a rabbit's diet anyways, and she is eating her hay really well. So as long as she keeps eating her hay, I'm not really concerned about it taking a few days for her to want to try anything else. And like I said, we had lots of poops this morning. The majority, the fresh ones anyways, are all really good size. So I think recovery overall is going really well. The big thing was just getting a handle on her pain. Hey baby, but this time next week you'll be pretty much all healed up, won't you? Yes. Aww. I think I have to do the antibiotics for 7 or 10 days. I might have to start wearing gloves because she's just, one of these days she's gonna get me. And the other thing is too, when she's like lunging and snorting and nipping at you, I don't want to react by pulling away and potentially, you know, drop her or hurt her if she does it while I'm holding her. So I might end up just putting on some work gloves, and that way I can just kind of ignore what she's doing. Vet should be calling back again today. They were going to call me the first 2 or 3 days to see how she was getting on, which it's one of my favorite things about my vet clinic. Anytime I've had a rabbit who's in stasis or had any issues, like they always do at least one follow-up call to see how they're doing. So our vet tech Sarah called yesterday, and then she told me she was going to call me tomorrow, and then she also gave me their email address so I can send them any pictures. So I think tomorrow or Saturday I will send some pictures of Karina's incision and maybe some pictures of her just eating and stuff so that Sarah can see she's doing well. Hello everyone, just a quick happy update here. It is day 6 post-spay, so it's Monday, and Karina had her spay last Tuesday. As you can see, she is doing really well. Once I had the bright idea to dip her syringe into banana so that she would grab onto the syringe and then take her meds, that really eliminated any stress we were having with her. Because administering meds was the one thing that was really causing us both some stress, but since then she has been doing so good. As you can see, she's got a really healthy appetite, she's eating all of her foods, she's drinking her water, and I've just tidied out her pen for the day and changed the potty pads. And because it is day 6, she is still on restricted exercise, but it's been almost a week, so I've given her the full X pen. So I just had a few grids kind of folded over onto themselves to keep the area nice and small while she was initially recovering from her operation. But now that we're a weekend, I figured it was safe to expand the pen into full X pen. So she's still on restricted exercise until the end of the week. I think it was supposed to be 10 days. And this isn't big enough for her to really do any kind of crazy zooms or anything. I think with her incision, she wouldn't want to stretch that area just yet anyways, but at least this gives her a little more space, because one thing I am noticing is she's getting a little bit bored. Aren't you, babes? Every time I open the pen door, she is right there wanting to escape. So I mean, she can't really exert extra energy right now with the size this is, but at least it gives her a little more room to move around. Hey, Miss Karina. Hi. She's such a love bug. I had her out earlier for cuddle. Mostly when I check the camera. Oh. Yeah, mostly when I check the camera, she is just in this bed all snuggled up, just like she is right now actually. So she's still resting lots, but she's doing really well. I'm really excited for the first day I can bring her back out for exercise time, because she'll have been cooped up for a couple weeks by then, and I just want to see how nutty she gets. So yes, that is Karina update day 6. Everything's going really well with her. So we are on day 9. Karina is about done with all of this business. Tomorrow she can have free-range exercise time. We're supposed to restrict exercise for about 10 days, and she's been healing up so well, but she's getting frustrated. So a few days ago I did expand the X pen so that she would have at least the entire X pen. I added back in a few toys. Today I've given her a cardboard box because she's been digging and shredding the potty pad. She's been flipping her water bowl. Keep hearing what sounds like a herd of elephants up here, and it's her racing around and binking and just trying to wreck everything. She's about done with all of this. She's getting frustrated for sure. But we also want to make sure that her incision finishes healing just fine. So at this point we have absolutely no concern. She's doing really great. Her incision looks great. I'll show you guys that in a moment. I'll probably put in a bit of video from the camera of her being destructive. I was downstairs in the middle of cleaning out all the other animals this morning, And you could hear her up here. That's how loud she was, shaking the pen and just being a little bit bratty, but can't really blame her because she's very young and energetic, and she's been cooped up for 10 days now. With the box, you can see I left the top open, and that's because I was nervous about putting a box in here because then she could just jump on it and jump out. So I've just left the top open for her so that there's no way that can happen. She's just finishing her veggies. But yeah, we couldn't be happier with how her spay went. As you know, in the beginning, I was pretty nervous because she wasn't eating, but once we got her discomfort under control there've been absolutely no issue since. She's bounced back really, really quickly, which is awesome. I can't say enough good things about my vet. He is amazing. And guys, it is really important to find a vet knowledgeable in rabbits who understands the importance of spaying and neutering and has done several successful operations on bunnies. There's just so many health and behavioral reasons to have your rabbits spayed and neutered. I do have a full video and a blog post on the importance of spay and neutering, so I'll make sure that that's in the description of this video as well as in the cards up above there. The video is quite old, it's one of my earlier videos, but the information in it is still relevant. And it's a little bittersweet too because it features bunnies that are no longer with us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and coming along our journey of having Karina spayed and her recovery process. Oh. There'll be lots more videos featuring the pets and care and lifestyle and just overall life in general coming your way soon. I'm trying to get at least a couple videos to you guys every week now. I have quite the backlog of videos filmed. It's just that they take me so long to edit and I'm so busy with the shop that it takes me a little bit longer than I would like. But I hope to talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!